Hey, hey! Thank you for coming by Tory Magoo 44. It is almost Halloween. I've got on, is this my Halloween costume? No. This is my costume that I wore when I left, escaped out of Scientology. I wore these horns for a very specific reason. Why was that? Because in Scientology, it's one of the reasons that they keep people in. And I'm going to explain it to you really quickly in 5 minutes or less. I went to my doctor's. I think I better say 10 minutes so that I can really get it in. But I went to my doctor's today. Had two nurses there. They asked me about Scientology, and I said, okay, I'll tell you about it. And they said, we don't really understand. And I said, okay, well, first of all, that's by design. That is exactly what Hubbard said. Make it a mystery sandwich so that the real stuff is on the inside, and they have to come into the org to find out. Notice I said org. It's not a church. It wasn't a church. It still isn't really. They still call them orgs, which is short for organization, right? But okay, so what happened with Scientology? What's the deal? What is it? Okay, in a nutshell, in the 1950s, he wrote a book called Dianetics. That's the essence of Scientology in the beginning, right? What it is, Dianetics, L. Ron Hubbard said you have an analytical mind, which is like a computer storing things, and you have a reactive mind, which is like every moment of pain and or unconsciousness, if you hear or see or any kind of sounds or anything, they can later affect you. So let's say you fall off a chair and you're kind of in pain. And someone says, oh my God, get her up. She, her legs might not work. Later, supposedly, she can't walk. And if you could take her in session, you can get her back to that incident when she fell and she hears someone say, hey, get her up. She might not be able to walk. And then, what do you know? She can walk. Now, there are people that have actually gone into session and they have had big wins like that. And I've audited some people where they had incredible wins. Now, was it Dianetics or not? I don't know. One lady had all these things on her hands, and her dad called me up and he said, could you please take my daughter in session? I took her in session. We went back. She finally said, I don't see anything. We ended it. I said, I'm sorry. I don't think it worked. The next day I saw him in the supermarket. He went, Tory! And I said, what? And he said, I can't believe it. You did that session. The next day she woke up. Everything was off her hands. Now, was it Dianetics? Was it something else? Who knows? But the point is, Hubbard said it was. That's what he said. And he also created clear. So he said you could erase that reactive mind by going over and over and over these incidents, and you eventually erase them, and then it's gone. So when you're in Scientology, basically, you're going along, pretty soon, this is for me, my viewpoint, you're going along, you finally, it's like, okay, come on. I think I'm just making this up. Thank you very much. End of session. You go to the examiner, they go, would you like to testify to clear? And you're sort of like, in your own mind, you're like, clear? What happened? What did I say? What did I do? Because there's nothing that tells you that's the clear command, but that's it. I'm mocking up my own bank, my own reactive mind, right? But nobody tells you that because it's top secret. Okay, so now you're clear, and everywhere you go, it's like, Tory, oh my God, you look so fantastic. Imagine if your name's Joe, Mary, Tom, oh my God, I can't believe it. You went clear. I can see it. I can tell. And just imagine 200-300 people, and everywhere you go, people are like, wow, you did that. You finally went clear. Wow, this is so great. Okay, there's that. Now the next day, everything that you'd erased, or a lot of it, comes back. You're not feeling too good. Now you've got a really big secret because you don't want to tell your friends, well, I was clear yesterday. I mean, they're all so excited you're clear, right? So they send you to somebody, a top secret person, and that person you say, I thought I got rid of blah, blah, and now it came back. And they go, well, that's actually very common. And that's one of the reasons why you have to do your OT levels, which is the next level. And of course, you're surrounded by people saying, oh, that happened to me too, Tory. As soon as I did OT 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or whatever, that handled it, right? So you're constantly surrounded by people going, oh yeah, you just need the next thing. I remember for me, I have epilepsy. Most of you know that. People said for years, oh, wait till you get to OT3. That was designed for you. This is going to be perfect for you, Tory. So imagine me in the old days. Now they have a whole course walking you onto the volcanoes and where they are and blah, 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 and all this other stuff. In 1979, all you got was a folder. You opened it up in almost a closet, and it said 75 million years ago. You know, L. Ron Hubbard gave his little pitch. He almost died because of doing the research, and then he goes into the whole thing, which is on the internet at xenu.net. You can read the whole OT3 thing, or type in South Park plus Scientology, and that's got it illustrated. It's amazing, and it's really pretty accurate. It's very accurate. Okay, so the reason I wore these horns, just to show you, is because part of Scientology that keeps people trapped in is the fear of being declared suppressive, right? I've got my SP declare, you know I do. Oh yeah, here we go. So there you go. Suppressive declare. Once you're declared, her only terminal is the Continental Justice Chief, the International Justice Chief via the Continental Justice Chief. And of course, they'll never talk to me. So it's a completely bogus thing. But I wore my horns because it's like, that's the fear that they keep people trapped in Scientology. And Scientologists say, oh, no, I don't have any fear. You know, I'm here on my own determinism. They have people locked up in the hole, and we sent someone there to check on them from from the town. And they said, no, we're here on our own determinism. They're locked in a hole for years, and they're there on their own determinism, meaning they want to be there. Oh, no. No. This is your BS fear that you push and keep people in, but you failed. It's an epic fail, Miscavige. People are out in droves. Suits are against you. You are going to get nailed. It is going to happen, babe. I've told you for years, you can run, but you cannot hide. And that's a fact. And for anybody in, bail while you still can. Come on out. We're having a great time. It's much more fun on this side. And every person who leaves says that. They're like, wow, this is so much better. So anyway, I love you guys. It's almost Halloween. Happy Halloween. And if I don't make a video tomorrow, you guys have a safe day. Don't eat too much candy, but have a good time and give out a lot. Bye-bye. I love you.